So we are going on our second leg of our sabbatical journey, and of course with me is Leila, and my parents are up front. My father's there driving. We're going to talk about him in a second. And my mother's behind that seat, but she's shrunk an inch, so you can't see her. We've been talking about how she's shrinking, and so you can't see her. So we are on our way to Atlanta, where we'll spend the night with my parents' high school friends, youth group friends from Mobile. That's pretty cool that they have that relationship. And then our flight leaves tomorrow sometime around 5, so I'm sure we'll be at the airport at 5 in the afternoon, so I'm sure we'll be in the airport about 6 in the morning. Just because I know the cast of characters involved in the story. We've already learned a couple of things. Number one, we are responsible for our own luggage. That's our first lesson we've learned. Don't touch my luggage. We are responsible for our own luggage. That's the first lesson. But the reason I'm posting this blog is to tell you, if it wasn't for my father, Leila and I probably would have never gotten married. And this is a true story. And I knew that my mom there was no way my mom was going to sit in the back seat of the car. So I knew going to Atlanta that this would be the arrangement. I would sit on the right-hand side. That's why it was important for me to sit on the right-hand side. And Leila would sit on the left. So this is a true story. It really has nothing to do with the sabbatical, but I thought you would find this interesting. So the second time Leila was to go out with me, meaning she lived in Charlotte, I lived in Atlanta, and she was going to come down, she was going to tell me that this was not going to work out.
You went to too liberal of a church.
But that's not the whole point. That's not the point. The point is, she was going to tell me this was not going to work out. But of course, I was so naive, I didn't know that's what her purpose was for this weekend. And so
you didn't know it either, Dora?
And so my father said, hey, what are you doing this weekend? We're going to be in Atlanta. I said, well, actually, Leila's coming down. And he goes, well, I got an idea. Let's go out to eat. We'll take you out, which I knew unnerved Leila, right? I'm meeting this guy's parents.
I'm going to break up with
I'm going to break up with them. Granted, we weren't going with each other, but I'm going to end the relationship. This is going to be the worst weekend of his life. So we were going out on a Friday night. Mom and Dad came to the seminary, right? And picked us up. And here's how Dad got Leila and I together, or at least our first PDA, public display of affection. So we're driving from Decatur, Georgia to Vinings, I think.
Yep.
To a seafood restaurant. Of course, Leila hates seafood, so the night gets better. So we're driving from Decatur. If you don't know, Decatur and Vinings are at the ends of the world when it comes to Atlanta traffic. My wife is so frightened of my father's driving to this day, but it's gotten better. But she was so scared of my dad's driving, she grabbed my hand and held on tightly. And I'm thinking, hey, how cool is this? I was hoping I had a shot at this young woman. And now she grabbed my hand. I didn't grab her hand. She grabbed my hand. And I'm thinking, this may work out after all. Nope, she was still fully prepared to end this whole thing. So here we are, getting ready to go to Atlanta. Let's hope we make it, right, Leila?
Yes.
Going to Atlanta. Dad's driving. Leila's holding my hand. We'll post something at the airport. Talk to y'all later.